my name is Leilani, and in this video I'm going to share with you what we are doing for kindergarten curriculum choices for my youngest daughter, who is 5 years old. She does have Down syndrome, and yes, for those of you guys that are returning, she is in kindergarten next year. Yes. Well, I guess, I don't know if it's a yes or if it's just a yay. Let's go with yay. Okay, so we're going to share with you the curriculum that I've chosen for her. We're going to talk about how I'm using it, and there's going to be a lot of videos that are going to be displayed in the iCards as well as the description box below that will give you more detail on some of the curriculum that I'm going to share with you. And of course, comment and subscribe to this channel. So let me get started with a disclaimer. When working with Naomi, it's very difficult for me to plan the entire year out in one sitting, especially at this young of age. So with her developmental delay, sometimes I will find that there will be something that she's really wanting to work on and she's grabbing a hold of that. So I'm gonna try to go with that. Or there may be a situation where she's really slacking in an area and she's struggling with, whether it's body awareness or moving shapes along. Sometimes there may be medical interventions that are gonna slow down some learning in certain areas. And so all of this has to be extremely flexible for us. Also, knowing that we have to be flexible, I like to look at her curriculum in chunks. Now, I am looking at the fall and summer chunk, but I'm not really thinking too much about the winter or the spring or, you know, whatever happens next year in 2023. We're on 23, right? But I'm focusing on what's right around the corner right now. But there are some curriculum that I'm kind of married to as of right now because it's working for her and it's working for us. So let me start off with her base curriculum, or I'd like to say the fillers. It's just a broad-based curriculum with math and language arts that we're gonna use, not completely. I mean, you'll see what I mean in a second. So I like trying out some of these online programs, and I've tried out a few. We've tried Reading Eggs, we've tried Time for Learning. Both are very good online programs, but there were a couple things with those that didn't quite fit with her. Reading Eggs, there was a British accent and the egg guy. She kind of freaked out a little bit with the egg guy. And then Time for Learning had some stuff that was a little bit too advanced for her, and it was small and hard for her to manipulate on the screen. But one that she has really clung on to, and ironically it's free, but Starfall. Now, Starfall is a program that's going to be teaching those consonant blends, the vowel blends. It's going to be teaching a lot of reading, phonics. They do have some mathematic sections, and you can purchase a membership with Starfall if you want access to all of their program, which is something that we are probably going to be doing. Now, when I do Starfall with Naomi, it's not something that I just turn it on the iPad, give her the iPad, and walk away. No, I have a designated time that I work with her on Starfall. I sit with her and I'm monitoring her progress. A couple of the things that she likes to do while watching Starfall is flip through the different activities, but because she gets bored very quickly. And if I'm sitting there and monitoring her, we try to prevent that from happening. If I don't monitor her, she's gonna start flipping, which is not very good for her long-term focus. And we wanna really extend that long-term focus as she's getting older. Another thing that I like to see when I'm working with her on Starfall is those little things that I don't really think or notice. And so one of the examples is matching. She's really good at the matching game. Didn't know that. So guess what? We're gonna incorporate more matching games because she's learning, she likes it actually, and she's learning about different objects with the matching game. We might spend about 30 minutes on it per day at 15-minute intervals with me actively working with her on some of those things. Another curriculum that we like to use is Learning Without Tears. I talked about Learning Without Tears in another video. I'm gonna stick the link up here and down there. She is not yet ready for kindergarten. We're gonna continue on this preschool path. A lot of the hands-on material that we are using now with the preschool is going to transfer right up to the kindergarten age. With Learning Without Tears, we are on this book. She is ready for lowercase letters, and she recognizes them actually already, but we're learning how to write them now. So to give you a good idea of what it looks like, we're not here yet because like I said, we actually just started this, but we're gonna continue this through kindergarten, and it's all lowercase. with some uppercase for review. Now, Learning Without Tears is really gonna help her out with her fine motor skills, her pre-writing skills, and writing skills. It's gonna help her with some sequencing. There's some body awareness that goes along with it, a little bit of mathematics here and there with the counting and the writing. It's very hands-on. Somebody who likes Montessori will very much like Learning Without Tears. This is a curriculum that we will continue to be working on eventually daily as we step into the fall. My goal for her for kindergarten is to definitely write her name and to start writing some of those lowercase letters as well. So that is Learning Without Tears. All right, let's talk about math. So with kindergarten math, it's pretty simple and pretty straightforward. I do have that Starfall that's gonna kind of help guide me with some of those benchmarks, but it's gonna be a lot of counting. It's gonna be a lot of sequencing, patterns, body awareness, puzzles, different shapes, textures, colors, sorting things out, maybe a little bit of addition here and there. I don't think that she is ready for addition quite yet. I just need to get her used to counting, maybe counting by twos, putting things, pairing them up and doing 2, 4, 6, 8, etc., etc. So those kind of basic math things. And I'm not really ready to get a full-blown curriculum for her yet. I have a lot of stuff that I can just pull off my shelf and say, hey, let's work on this. That's the one thing, it's slowing down, repetition. You get really good at getting creative with finding ways to teach a concept to a child that has a developmental display or a learning disability. It does help a lot that I have an occupational therapist with her 3 times a week for 3 hours a week. That's a big deal because in occupational therapy, they're gonna start working on a lot of body awareness, they're gonna work on sorting, they're gonna start working on some of those pre-math skills because it is very tangible and hands-on. Her occupational therapist knows that we're homeschooling. She supports 100% homeschooling. We work together on this a lot, me and the OT. And we do a lot of virtual learning, so it's me instructing her with her on the Zoom call. Just to show you some of the math manipulatives that we do use, we have some counter. I do have these sticks, and as she gets older, there's gonna be a lot more uses with these sticks. But you can bundle them up, you can sort them by color, you can make patterns, you can even do letters, create letters with these babies. You can do addition with them. In fact, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, one of these stick piles that I have has some addition, shapes and equal sign shapes that you can add to it. We also have a game that I use with this, a go fish kind of game, and you can keep score with these tallies. And this is the game that I was talking about right here. She's pretty much destroyed the box, which is a good thing. I mean, it's always good to have a toy that she destroys because that means that she's hopefully using it. Each of these fish have a different number on them, all the way up through 20. And they're all different colors. They're all out of order right now. Sorry. But the idea is that you basically go fish for them, right? And then you get a number. You take that number and use the tallies to keep score. So I would give myself 19 tallies. There's also some addition and multiplication fish that you can use if you're writing out a math problem. So this is an example of one of those toys that just kind of grows with the child. We are also going to continue using these tag bags. Not only do you have the different colors that you can sort and create patterns with, but you got really cool buckle opening devices. You got pouches that you can hide stuff in. You can trace over the 2. You can count. Another curriculum that we use, which is kind of STEMmy, so we're kind of expanding past that mathematics and language arts, but it all comes together. But that is Kiwi crates. Now we've been doing Kiwi crates for a while. I'm in love with it, continue using it. But this is just one example of one of the Kiwi crates that we got. So this is a carrot, but as you can see, it has different elements that she can kind of work with. If she had to stuff this, she had to physically put the stuffing in here, which was a lot of pinching, fine motor skills, it'll go back into writing, pre-writing skills, whenever you have to do anything with your fingers and fine motor skills. She had to physically put the cap in, and then we had to work on her pulling. This is corn. And as you can see, beading, fine motor skills, a lot of pre-writing skills. And this thing, you know, fits right in here. And now you got the corn. Also, what was nice about this particular crate is that we could take things back apart and make her do it all over again. She hated that. We did it twice where we took the stuffing out and made her do the different stuff and the beading. Oh, she was so mad when I did that. Then, after everything was done, we have little baskets that you can sort them with, and there's money. So there was exchanging money and playing a game because she would label each of them. Her sister wrote this in. So the corn, if you're gonna buy an ear of corn, it's $1. So she has to recognize that there's $1. She gives $1 to whoever is, you know, the farmer selling his farming produce. It's a fun little game. She doesn't even realize she's learning, and this is math. STEM, but it's math. Another one that we got was mixing colors and making color palettes, and just a lot of experimentation with colors and doing it with baking soda and vinegar, and I don't know, it was awesome. It was fun, it was fizzy. I'm holding on to these, the ones that we can reuse, because we will continue to visit them throughout the entire year. Now, I have tried passports. I have also tried Hola Amigo, which was a Hispanic curriculum, which we do pull out every once in a while because we're really into learning Spanish, and we'll do some books and some games. Some of their games I'll just do in English because they're really good, like tracing in the sand. There's a little shell that they have that you put the sand in. You can trace between passports, which I kind of have like a love-hate relationship with them. Some of their stuff was amazing that we got in the mail, yet some of it was very disappointing. I will say this was one of the cooler things that we got from Little Passports, and it was well worth it. It's a puzzle, and it's a wind-up car that actually drives on the road, and it does. She can use all of her little fingers to wind up this car and watch it go around the puzzle after she used spatial awareness. That was the car. But after she used spatial awareness to put the puzzle together. And so one of the things she is struggling with is spatial awareness. So we're gonna be doing a lot of puzzles. We're gonna be getting some like people puzzles so she can find the head and the hair and the arms and the body and put them where they belong. Another thing I use with her is books. We use a lot of books. And I have recently fallen in love with Usbourne Books because it really works well with her. The pages are durable. I'm gonna be putting out an unboxing because I spent like a ridiculous amount of money. Anyway, just to show you, we love doing the sticker books. Naomi loves these lift and flaps. So we go through them and I ask her questions and she opens the flaps. Great for fine motor skills, keeps her active, and she plays with this on her own. So she'll pull this out, learn from it on her own. And I can leave her to it. It's not like a tablet where I feel like I need to be right there to just monitor. These, I don't have to monitor with her. Now, with all the amazing things that Usbourne Books has, the one thing that I couldn't really find much of is these cutting books. So this is one, we've started using this one a little bit, and honestly, this is going to take us all year to go through properly. This one's a curve. Just a really sweet book. Of course, this is going to be more difficult, so I don't know if we even get to this, but she cuts out the acorns and then she glues them onto the tree. Buildings, and then you paste it. So a lot of these, I love the dark black lines. That's gonna help guide her through the cutting. And then I have this book, which is a great reference with lots of little activities in there. There is more cutting in this book. Of course, cutting more circles, and there's gonna be some dot to dot with the alphabet and with the numbers. This is drawing the other side ladybug, which this is more for, probably for her more like second grade, maybe third grade, fourth grade, whatever grade. Then you got some letters if you want to use this. This could potentially be a full curriculum. I use it as a reference book. It was gifted to me, so I got it for free. It was actually probably one of the best books I've ever received for free. Now, along with these academic things that I mentioned to you just now, Naomi, because of where she is developmentally, there are a lot of things that we really need to hone in and focus on. And that's simple things like, you know, brushing your teeth, making sure you eat properly with a spoon, holding your pencil correctly, knowing your colors, matching shapes, using the bathroom, like the sink and the faucet, and like the whole thing in the bathroom. Knowing where to put things, like put your plate in the sink or put it in the dishwasher or sweep things up or put things on the shelf. All those little fine motory, basic things that a lot of us don't even realize are there. We don't even realize we need help with those things because we learn them so quickly. All those little basic things, I have to take time to work with her. And kindergarten will be a chance where I'm going to have to work with her on some of those things. So that's kind of the core idea as we're moving into the fall. Of course, we're flexible. We're gonna be adding stuff. And also keep in mind that Naomi is taking a ton of different therapies. We do 3 occupational therapies a week. That's 3 hours a week. 2 physical therapy. 1 is aquatherapy, and then 1 is land therapy. Then we do 2 speech therapy sessions during the week. We also have her in swim classes as of right now. We may go back into dance in the fall. We are looking at doing 2 days of co-op next year. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to subscribe to the channel so you can see us as we travel along this journey and homeschool all of my kids actually. Stay tuned because I do have some more unboxings, like the Usbourne unboxing, and any past videos that I may have mentioned in this video are all down in the description box below. So until then, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in our next video. Bye.